Welcome back to the Warriors Den, everybody. We are still in the midst of the Feast of the Otherworld. Shout out to Control Rig on Reddit for making that intro for us. We all got a big kick out of it, and I hope you did as well. Very well done. Oh, I like that we have the bright yellow names while we're in black and white. It's good.
Yeah.
And the blue here. We're really creating art is what we've decided. We're more about art on this show than anything else. Welcome, Damien.
Thank you.
So yes, we are still in the Feast of the Otherworld. We've got another week to go, and we've got some new content to talk about. So let's talk about the news of the week.
Yes.
First thing, and see now, flawless transition. Well done, Max. I feel like anytime something awkward or funny happens, you should hit that boo sound effect. Be great. I guess not going to happen. So one of the things that's out today is bundles.
Yeah.
And in the bundles, let's put up an image. They're one per hero. So you can get a Warden bundle, you can get a Kensen. So each hero has a bundle, which gets you, slap that image on there, Max.
He doesn't want to.
Thank you.
I was scrolling.
Yes.
Okay.
In the bundle. You want to take it, Damien?
Yeah.
All right.
So the idea of that bundle is to put all the content that is linked to the Halloween event. So the mascot feats, everything you can loot. So the grasping depth of it, if we can say that. The ornaments, the pulled under effect on the free slots, and the Hole at the Moon emote that is new to this week. So it's a way for us to allow players to get everything if they didn't have time to loot everything or to get everything in the end at a cool price.
Yes.
And the price adapts dynamically based on what you own.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool. So if you already purchased...
So the base price, just to start with that, the base price is 30,000 steel.
Yeah.
Which if you tally everything up,
it's 30% off from the whole value of everything.
Yep.
And so if you already own something, then the price goes down. We discovered this morning that the discount doesn't work exactly as designed. So you have some edge cases. For example, if you looted everything, then you have an amazing discount.
Yes,
quite
a large discount, yeah.
And if you haven't looted anything, maybe the discount is not that interesting, etc. So we let players play with it. It's not as designed, but it's something we will let for that event. Bundles will stay as they are today. Yep. So it's a good opportunity for you to get everything at a very cool price if you looted everything.
Yeah, so if you have some time this weekend, there's more incentive for you to do some of the looting because then in the end you could get that bundle for a really cheap price.
Yeah, yeah.
Which again, it is what it is. So enjoy that if you
enjoy that and
the bundle. If you want to slap the image up one more time, Max. Because people are asking when the bundle expires.
So the bundle expires a few days after the event.
November 2nd.
So I don't think it's
accurate?
November 2nd.
We're giving them a couple
few days
extra?
after November 2nd. So we will leave it on for the whole week.
Okay.
And then beginning of the next week, remove it.
Cool. So it is a limited time.
So yeah. So if try to loot everything the more as you can, and then when the event is finished, get the bundle if you want to get everything.
But because it is such a short time, we're not going to change it the way it's functioning. It is the way it is, and that's how it is.
Yeah.
So, great. In addition to that, there's a new event order.
Yeah. Apollyon's Wrath.
Apollyon's Wrath. She's back. In a fashion. She's sort of back. She's back in spirit.
Yeah, tell the story.
Yes. Oh, I wonder if we can get a close-up here. Let's get a close-up. Let me tell the story. Slap the black and white back on there. See if we can do this. Let's see how agile Max is. Yeah, look at that. Put the film grain on, too. Yeah. All right. Can you do a lightning strike? During the Feast of the Otherworld, the veil between our world and the other world is very thin. And Apollyon, even in death, is full of vengeance and hate. And so she's taking advantage of this spiritual event to raise the dead skeletons from the ground. And it is your job, warriors, to fight these skeletons and send them back to the other world and finish Apollyon once and for all. There, that's the
Good job.
right?
Yeah.
I
I'm
could.
impressed.
Oh, great! I'm really testing Max on this
So
show.
yeah,
he's,
and
he's
so
doing a good job.
So some people discovered that we had weird letters on the orders.
Yes, everyone thought it
during
was
the whole
just really bad quality control, like that we just let these typos go through.
But then they discovered it was in several language.
Yep.
So they said, maybe it's as designed, and it was as designed. Amazing idea from one of our designer, Mariana, and she wanted to tease the name of the new order,
Which is Apollyon.
which is Apollyon.
Yep. So the actual details of the order. As a community, sacrifice, which means execute?
Which
Kill!
means
It just
kill.
means kill.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean execute. You're all good. Sacrifice as many heroes as you can in an endless march to send Apollyon back to the other world. And you'll get 1,000 steel and 2
Yes.
crates.
Which is pretty cool.
Yep, 2 crates. People love it when we give them 2 crates.
Yeah.
So that starts tomorrow. Starts tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and it runs through October 30th at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, the content of the week, we actually covered this last week because we wanted to give you all the Halloween surprises at once. But now available is the Howl at the Moon werewolf emote. So
That
you
is also available in the bundle.
it's also available in the bundle, or you can get it standalone for 10,000 steel. Let's roll that video, and then after the video, we're going to go to our friend Luke with an update on the Season 4 event tournament that's going on right now.
Hello all, it's Luke from the Forerunner Dev team here to report on week 2 of our 4v4 Dominion tournament. First piece of news, we no longer have any undefeated team in this tournament. So let's start in Europe with the ultimate digital athlete who completed the week 1 activities with 2 wins, but in the week 2 activities, they got 4 wins and 2 losses. And they lost 1 game each to both Foregunner and Free Vinks.
Fuck, dude. Wasn't lows.
No! No! Fuck! Shit, I nearly had Blissful!
Okay.
I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but each of those losses happened in a match where Legion had his lowest kill and death ratio. Let's see how things will play out in week 3. Then we had Free Vinks, who also had a very good weekend with us also 4 wins and 2 losses, beating Foregunner 3-0 in this matchup. Alernican, the team captain of Free Vinks, had an amazing weekend with 37 takedowns and only 6 deaths in this matchups against Foregunner. Foregunner captains Oscar, won, who is also celebrating his birthday this week. Happy birthday, Oscar! So after 2 weeks of activities, we have Team UDA first with 20 points, we have Team Vic second with 12 points, and Foregunner in third position with 4 points. So Team UDA needs 3 wins in the third weekend to confirm its participation in the Season 4 reveal event in Montreal on November 11th. But if they fall on their face and Team Vinks has an amazing weekend, they could make it to Montreal. In North America, Team NRG is no longer undefeated as well after losing 1 game to Team Lit, but get a perfect 3-0 against Pure Players.
All right. Well, GG's, guys.
Kiyu from Team NRG again kept an impressive kill and death ratio, and this time of 4.6 in the entire 6 games. Team Lit came second with 4 wins, so 3-0 against Pure Players and 1 win against Team Energy. And Cypher PK kept his title with the most takedown in a single week. In week 1, in a single game, in week 1 he got 18 takedowns. This time, 22.
Executing.
Got the honest. Both dead. I thought you were gonna be alone. I thought you would say something.
Well played, guys. It was a bit sloppy at the end there.
Yeah.
So Cypher, where will you stop? Are you going for 26 next week to keep the same incremental of 4? We shall see. It's a challenge, man. So Pure Players also really suffered of the absence of their team captain, Bandana, and lost all 6 games this week. So after 2 weeks, we have Team Energy first with 22 points, Team Lit second with 14 points, and Pure Player third position with 0. So despite this amazing lead for Team Energy, Team Lit could still make it to Montreal, but they need to score a maximum of points next week, 10 to 12 points, combined with an amazing performance of Pure Players in order to secure its first position, or to force a tiebreaker match with Team Energy. So still 1 week of qualifier to go. Everything is still possible to determine who will be the 2 teams coming to Montreal on Saturday, November 11th for the Season 4 reveal event. Have a good week.
Thank you very much, Luke, for that. Luke is not in the office again this week, so he put together a video, which I think came together pretty well. So shout out to Luke, and shout out to all the competitors. It's been really interesting to see how those matches are panning out.
Yeah,
But
it's
now we have Bio. Bio is back. Bio,
whatever.
I never know which to go for. The season has ended.
It has ended.
And you were already here 2 weeks ago because the winner was decided. The
Yeah.
Knights just steamrolled this whole season.
Yeah,
pretty
they
much.
really dominated the season. The last one was a close call, though. They finished with just 2 territories above the Vikings at 28 versus 26. We had a chance to create a tie for second place, but it did not happen. The Knights did not let us do that, and so they deployed the most war assets again this round. But if you look at their general performance, it's really how they applied it that really made the difference. Good strategy of attacking, then almost only defending once they got the upper hand. So really, they just used their war assets better than all the other factions, more than the fact that they generated more.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So let's toss up the celebration gift. Congrats to the Knights.
Yeah,
Again, not a surprise. We knew it was coming, but let's make that
they are
official.
getting crowded, those celebrations.
They are. A lot of heroes. But the Samurai take second place.
They do take second place, so they have
With a
their
single round win of the season.
yeah, just in the middle
Yeah.
to break the domination of the Knights, so it looks better.
Yeah.
Symmetry, you know. Well, when we arranged it,
Right, when we arranged it 8
Yeah.
months ago
we
and
thought it would be
pre-planned it all.
pretty to put a flower in there. You know, it's cute. That's why we did that.
Amazing. So in addition, so if you remember from last season, our old friend Pascal, who's no longer with us here in the room, he still works with us.
You say that like
He's not
dead.
He's not dead. He's a skeleton now. He and the team have created a shirt to commemorate the season winners. We don't have a physical one here today, but we have the image. Check that out. My favorite part is the Centurion's thumbs up. What a dork. But great image. So we'll be making shirts for that. So stay tuned for future streams if we do a giveaway or not. Oh, I also should have mentioned, this is not related to this, but the werewolf emote, Howl at the Moon, we're actually going to be giving away 10 of those at the end of the show, so stick with us for that. But yeah, great stuff for the Knights. And now that the season's over, rewards are given.
Yeah, the rewards.
Shall we roll the rewards video and show people, if they haven't logged into the game yet, yesterday or today, see what they're getting?
I think you shall.
All right, let's check it out.
It's
Yes.
always a subject.
It is always
for
a
the
subject.
faction war. So last season, you probably remember we changed to have an ornament that's the same for everyone, so people would recognize the faction war winners. We had some comments, so we wanted to keep in that direction but improve it. So as
Right.
you've seen, all of the rewards this season, the symbol, the outline, and the ornaments all have the animal theme of the season.
Right.
And we're going to continue like that, having really the theme of the season, the color of the season. But we wanted to bring some variety, so the three factions have different contour around the outline,
Nice.
around the ornaments. So we really wanted to bring both of the best of both worlds of having variety, but also having something that's really core to the season and represents the theme of the season with the animals.
Cool. Very cool. Okay. Well, there were a few other things we wanted to mention while you're still here. Maybe not specific about the season, but the Halloween event, for example,
Yeah,
is something your team worked a lot on.
The feast of the world.
Yes.
We're not supposed to call it
I'm
Halloween.
sorry. Halloween is our world, not the world of
It's very important. It changes everything. Yeah, so we wanted to give a kudos to Paul Vanguard.
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying your name
I think
right.
you are.
I think I am. He did a super cool simulator / checklist of the rewards that you can get in the event.
Yes.
Maybe Max, if you can bring it up.
Yeah, bring up the PC. Thank you.
So you can see here, you can select what you want and for what character. And after that is a checklist of
Yeah.
what you've got. Keep in mind, this is the percentage of chances to get what you want, not to get a
Anything.
loot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not exactly the same thing. And it's really cool. It's all fan-made. We discovered it because one of the designer, Mariana, which is the one that did all the chances of loot, put all the data in the engine, she uses that simulator to get all the loot, because even us, the dev, we have to play the games to loot the Halloween,
Right.
well, the other world stuff.
Yes. See?
Bec-
See? You
Even
you
I'm
yourself.
mistaken, yeah. So to get the other world stuff, because we need to play if we want to have it online. So
And if you want to check that out, the URL is Paul. Actually, if you want to just go back to it, Max, they can see it for themselves. It's
yeah, here.
paul.pe/for honor. Pretty easy to remember.
It's really cool.
Someone can drop it in the chat. But yeah, I think it works on mobile as well. It's like crazy.
And talking about the drop chances,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of theories in the videos or on Reddit. By the way, thank you everyone for all that care. There are so many videos about the feast,
Yeah.
so many posts. We're really excited about that. Very
Yep.
proud. It was a lot of work. The drop chances are not completely random, actually. If you play in PvP, you have more chances to get Otherworld loot, and if you win the game also.
Ah, so there's different percentages.
Yes, you
And-
always have some chances, but you have more in PvP and more when you win the game.
And something else, I can't remember if we mentioned on the show last week, but I do want to remind folks, if you play with matchmaking turned off, you don't get rewards, which is how it how it's always. Damien just made a sound from the back of the room. Ugh. Oh, it was you? Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, so if you play with matchmaking turned off, you're not going to get rewards. So
Yeah.
don't.
You need to take some risks
Yes.
when you want to get undead stuff.
Yep.
So, no.
So get in there.
And we really would appreciate the feedback if you have any on the event. We're reading your posts, but if you have concrete feedback to give us for the Feast of the Other Worlds, the first time we do such a big event.
Yeah.
And the team I'm working with are really looking forward to get your feedback, guys, on what you like,
Yep.
what you liked less.
Should we do more of these type of things?
I think it's the last one.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know for sure. I know a lot of you, and even in the chat, we've been seeing messages. A lot of you really like the game mode event a lot, the Endless March. So that's really cool to hear. But yeah, send your feedback my way.
Careful, you're bringing your
Oh,
skeleton
sorry.
again.
I know, he already got broken before the show started. But anyway, Bia, was there anything else you wanted to cover? I think maybe a little tease for your next appearance.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about the changes in the faction war. Things like what happened this season will be hard to happen again. Alliances will be easier, and just focusing on the last turn of a round will not be enough
Right.
starting next season.
She sat me down and showed me an entire PowerPoint to say all the changes that were coming. So starting next week,
Damien is my boss, so I really love PowerPoint.
you have to
materials,
love
you know.
PowerPoint to work with Damien. So starting next week and then the week after, we're going to be doing kind of our season 4 shows where we tell you what's coming to the game next season. So that's a little taste. There is a bunch of change coming to Faction War, good, cool stuff. So we'll have BO back for that either next week or the week after. Not sure yet. Apologies for me not having planned that far ahead. It's actually Pascal's fault, I'll have you know.
Yeah, blame him.
But okay, that is it. Thank you so much, Bio, for joining us as always, and we'll look forward to the upcoming changes.
Thank you.
Thank you. So coming up, we're going to have Ramon and Damien pop over for some Q&A. So if you have questions in the chat, hit them up now, and we'll see them over here. So toss your questions our way, and we'll be right back with Ramon and Damien. Time as always, strolling.
I've muted myself, but no, I think it's cool. Okay.
Does it have a mute option?
Yeah, there is a... Oh, poor skeleton.
I didn't know there was a mute option because Max always listens to me when I have to take a bathroom break. I didn't know I could be muting. Thanks, Max.
Maybe
Anyway.
he enjoys that.
Yeah, I guess
Who knows?
we're learning a lot
Who knows?
today. We're learning a lot today.
We don't want to hear you saying no hands.
Welcome, guys. Welcome back from Paris.
Paris.
Oh, Paris. That's
Paris. Paris.
you were there last week, and so
Yes,
you
we
had to
were.
join us in video form. I'm wearing a T-shirt of my favorite Frenchman, after both of you, of course.
Of course.
My third
André
favorite
the
Frenchman,
Giant.
Andre the Giant. So now that you're back in person, we can answer some questions, which I know everyone wants. People say, why don't you just do an entire show of answering questions? And maybe someday we'll do that, but we always have so much content to share. So we're going to answer some questions. I grabbed a bunch from our competitive subreddit friends. I don't know who asked this in particular, but is the faction war really rigged?
Sadly not. And
It would make everyone's
now
job
that
easier.
everybody thinks about that, it would have made our job way easier.
So much easier.
So we spent 2 years to build a whole system and everything, and in the end everybody thinks it's rigged, so pretty sad. But that's our life.
Not everybody.
Just a few people.
Yeah.
Just the people who speak.
Some people to stay polite.
That's true. The polite ones don't ask. Okay. Oh my God. We have a question about very specific mask math that I don't think we can answer specifically.
I think we can.
Psycho May asks, I've bought the Centurion mask, but I still need to pay 25,714 steel. Is this correct?
It is correct. It is because of how the discount works, not as designed.
They're talking about
but
the bundle, just to be
yeah,
clear.
for the
people.
bundle. So it's true that it's not super interesting if you haven't looted anything to buy the bundle. In that specific case, it's not super interesting. So I would advise Psycho Mae to loot a few things for his hero first, and then it would be more interesting.
Okay.
And then if you loot everything, it's super interesting. So it's not balanced well, but that's how it is for those bundles.
Yes, and I'll answer this one from Breakus, who I see a lot, by the way. Breakus is a good community member. If I recognize your name, that's usually a good, well, sometimes a good sign. Sometimes it means you're a real jerk, but I think Breakus is a good guy. Any update on the end of round black screen freeze glitch? I can update because I posted on the subreddit this week, calling for people to give us more information, and we got a ton of it. So thank you so much to everybody, and apologies that many of you are affected, but thank you to so many people for giving us your specs, telling us information about what mode you were in, when it happened. Oh, you were in borderless, windowless mode. Could that be it? So all these things I shuffled over to our tech team.
Yeah.
And they are investigating all of it. What I will say is, this could be very helpful, and some of you even give me your Uplay ID so we could look at your logs and stuff, which is cool. What really would be helpful is if you're someone that either the other thing is, before I say that, I think we've also determined because of that thread that the black screen thing is different from the freeze. Those are two different issues.
Okay.
If the freeze seems to be the bigger, more gnarly issue. So if you're getting the freeze more frequently, because most people said, yes, I'm getting it once in a while. If you're getting it frequently, and if it happens to you at a specific time, please contact me right away, because with your Uplay username, then I can tell the tech team, and then they can look specifically into the log. Because if it's just happened a few times, it's hard to pinpoint anything.
Yeah.
But if you can say, hey, this happened to me 3 times last night, I was doing this, here's my Uplay ID, then they can go in and look specifically, and that'll really help to pinpoint what's happening. Because basically, we even in that thread, if you look at it, we had a ton of responses. There's no specific steps to make it happen.
And we can't reproduce it yet
Yeah.
internally, and that's the big issue, is that until we can't reproduce, we can't understand why it's happening.
So please spread that information around, and if you can help us to track it down. And to follow up on that, XDeadZX, another great user that's on Reddit a lot. Specifically for me, what's the best way to give you specific feedback or info? Reddit, Discord, Twitter.
So I can give you his
support.
cell if
Yeah.
you subscribe one.
He was actually, that's real. Reddit messages are probably the best way to do it. Twitter, I use Twitter a lot. Actually, I use Twitter too much. So when you like tweet me something, and if it's like 9 at night or 2 a.m. on Saturday, I'll maybe see it, but then by the time I get back to the office, it's buried. So don't always tweet. So Reddit private message is totally fine. My username is Mr. Eric Pope, all one word, and hit me up for any sort of feedback. I'm taking all the Q&A this week. This is fun. Do you want to take something, Damien or Roman?
WT Master, are the mascot feet staying? Yes, they are staying after the event. I think it's the only thing that stays after the event.
Right. The werewolf goes away.
The werewolf goes away.
The bundles go
goes
away.
away a few days after, and the loot, of course, stops.
Yep.
The mode goes away. The only thing that changes for the mascot feet is that the discount will stop at the end of the event.
The base price for the
base price for the mask are 20,000.
Right.
They are discounted at 15,000 for the duration of the event.
Right.
As soon as the event stops, their price will rise again.
And we talked about that last week. The reason the base price is it's a new tier. It's sort of our most premium content that we'll give you. That's why they have their own separate tab and everything. So those are 20,000 base. And then we tried to give you a discount during the event.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Sorry, we're getting a message from our director.
And
yes,
if you have the mask, you can't keep it. We remove it. No, I'm kidding. Of course, you keep it. You can play with it. Same thing for the emotes. Everything you unlocked, basically, through steal or by playing, stays in the game, stays in your account. You can have the all at the moon, even during summer, if you're fancy wearing that. That's
We're not
fine.
taking anything away. You just need to get it during the event.
Yep. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, we have prepared questions too, which we don't have to look and squint. So from the competitive subreddit, Damien. This is sorry.
That's a big one.
I should have summarized it. It's a 2-paragraph question from Red Gaijin. See.
Gaijin. It's I think foreigners in Japanese.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Which you know as a fan of anime. Have you put any consideration, Damien, into migrating the ranked beta from...
Actually, I'm disappointed that last week you came as Luigi and not as Sengoku.
Goku
but
next year,
apparently
for sure.
people liked Luigi. Now everybody calls me Luigi at the office.
Everyone definitely likes Luigi.
It's like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Anyway.
You know what? True story.
Can you do magic, please?
These guys had a meeting with Eve, our CEO, and he saw these fools dressed in their outfits right before their meeting.
Yeah, people
Let's have a serious meeting.
People were watching the wires then before the meeting. So we had the whole headquarters watching me as Luigi and Roman as. It was a very difficult moment.
A hard part. It was the lowest part of Damien's career.
Anyway.
Have you put any consideration to migrating the ranked beta from a tournament format to a single 1v1 format? There's a lot more, but I think that's basically his question.
It's something we're looking into. Still don't know when we will do it and if we will do it, but it's definitely something we're looking at seriously. We're not against the idea. We spoke about ranked 4v4, then will come in season 4 when we announce the roadmap. rank 4v4 will be without tournament, so it's also it's already going that direction for that specific mode. So it's something we're looking into as well for duel. But we like as well the tournament format. We think it's cool for the rewards, etc. So we're trying to find a solution that have the best of both worlds at the same time.
Great. Pra 1940. I noticed there was new music for season 3 also during the event. Is there any way we can get our hands on those soundtracks? That's a question I'm seeing pop up a lot.
And that's a question I'd like to have the answer
yes.
to. I'd like to have the soundtrack of our game.
Yeah, so a
Would
lot
be
of people
cool.
have been bringing that up. So I'm gonna take it upon myself to look into this after the show and
Please
see
make it happen.
Yeah, see what can be done
Yeah.
or what can't be done for legal reasons. I don't know, but I'll look into it for you because I know a lot of you are asking that, especially for the Halloween stuff. Cool.
Sophie Mac, Sophie Face. Has there been any updates with regard to the bug where Shugoki dies from chip damage in dual brawl when his armor is down? I think that is fixed for next season. But
That's definitely a
I'm
bug
not
that they're working
sure.
on. Yeah.
I know they're working on. I think it's in the next season bug patch.
Yep.
But we would have to check it.
Maybe you will come back to it and
Yeah.
answer in the.
I'm pretty sure that's correct though. I'm on a lot of those emails. So, but yes, I will double check for you, Sophie. Cool. The Flukerson has a question that's also similar to
It's similar.
Platty Punch's question. Is there anything going to be done to encourage PC players to come back to deathmatch?
Yeah, so-
And then Flukerson's question related, are there any plans to adjust rewards to promote playing elimination more?
So we're looking, we have some ideas. We're looking into something for season 4 because we will be also as well introducing a new mode in season 4 as we announced it in the roadmap. So yeah, it's something we're looking into. Is how do we balance all the game modes we have with the matchmaking and all. In the meantime, we're also looking at a skirmish to make it a bit more interesting. And we did some tests internally to change how the spawning works. To spawn by wave and not everybody independently. So to create more groups of people when they die, because right now one of the problems with skirmish is that as soon as a team is getting better than the other one, the other team is spawning one by one and getting destroyed by the 4 guys in front of them. So by having a wave spawning, it's really changing the dynamic of the mod. So it's also something we're looking into to make it more interesting to play.
Cool. Great. Thanks for those questions. All right, I'm going to go back to my sheet. I don't know if you want to give a general update, Roman. A lot of people are just asking about the reworks. We don't have an exact date that we can give you for them, but
We're still working on it.
Yeah.
So it's not
Some characters are more in advance than others. We've shoot new motion captures for new moves for the Conqueror, for example, or the Kensei. So those characters should come first. I can't give it date yet because the integration is not finished. There's a lot of balancing still to do. Some character will come first. There is another question by Lord Illuminus. Can I ask if there's any plan on giving Warden some new things or reworking stuff? Currently, so there are some characters that we are giving more focus at the moment in terms of rework. So we said Kensei, Conqueror, stuff. But also, yes, Warden. Actually, we're giving a lot of focus on almost all the 12 initial heroes.
yeah, those guys, the fight team sort of have a list that they're going to be going down through effectively.
Yeah.
So
And in your list also there was a question around, is there a plan to give a buff to the Highlander?
Highlander,
I
yeah.
don't remember who asked the question.
A lot of people.
Yeah, but you know the guy. Anyway,
yeah.
so it's
It was
currently
lol.
in the pipe. Sorry.
It was
It's
lol
lol,
nope fuckers. That was the username.
So yes, currently in the pipe we're looking at buffing slightly the Highlander.
Cool. No ETA though.
Yeah, it's so as soon as we're still working on it, it means it's not getting out soon.
Right. But yeah, the rework stuff is coming up a lot, and rightfully so. I think it's super interesting to people, and I think the big picture for people, which I think we've said before, is the team's been working a lot on fight system changes, like at the system level, dealing with the defensive meta.
That is wow, you lost your mic.
that is next season.
And then my mic.
So there's a first step of that coming next season, and we're gonna push that during the next season, and then revamp of the characters in terms of release will be
Later on.
the next bit.
That's what I was going to say.
No,
Yeah.
Fight system and then work through some reworks. Sorry, Max. That probably sounded terrible when that fell off me. Cool. We have more questions. Yes, another very frequently discussed topic. I have it here for Damien, but I know it's in Roman's world as well. Okay, this is from Zaminator. But again, I've seen tons of people ask. Okay, the Halloween event was fun. Now, what about lag compensation? So the time snap discussion, which we've been having for a while now, I would just mention, sometimes in game production, the real world comes into play. Sometimes people need to unexpectedly be out for a little while. Maybe those people were the people that were working on lag compensation. So, we don't like to give people's personal details, but that's a thing that happens in game production. So that could explain why it didn't happen as soon as we would have liked. Is that accurate?
yes.
Would you frame it that way?
Yes, you
Yes.
can frame it that way. But basically, yes, we're still working on it. It's taking a little bit more time than expected, but it's
We
gonna
have the
be-
solution.
Yes.
We know what we want to do.
Yeah, exactly. We
We
just
just have
need to
to do
produce
it.
it,
Yeah.
at the moment.
So yes.
And it's going to move fast again in the coming week.
Yes. So it's just sort of one of those real world reality things that you can't fix.
Control everything.
Yeah. So that's that. So sorry. Yes, I know everyone wants it. We know. Stay tuned.
And what about season 4, Eric?
What about
When will we speak about
90%
season
of the
4?
questions are about season 4.
Is there a fourth season?
As I mentioned a few minutes ago, starting next week and the show after, we're going to be diving into all the season 4 juicy details. There's a lot. Bio mentioned the faction war stuff. Obviously, there's new heroes. Obviously, there's some new maps.
Some other surprises.
And a lot of other surprises. Exactly. So starting next week, I was told by the folks in the room, apparently on last week's show, I said something about this week having information about season 4. I don't remember it, but if I did, I genuinely apologize. I was drunk on the Halloween mischief. I'm sorry. Nothing in this show is season 4 related, and if I said that, that's on me. I deeply apologize. Not intended. So starting next week, you're going to start to get all that hype train going. So get your butts ready. Hold on to your butts, as Samuel Jackson famously said once. We got more questions. Will we get a test? Will we get to test? Will we get to test 4v4 ranked on a PTS before it goes live? This is from Gracious Gaming. No. Just because the way our production schedule is over the next season or so, there's no time for that, and you'll see why once we get into the next season. You'll be testing something much cooler.
Yeah, we're limited in the amount of public tests we can do.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of production time, test time, and stuff like that. It's time we don't put into the content of the season or other stuff, so we need to prioritize, to balance well between the two.
Yep. I mean, also it's not tournament ranked, so there's a lot less of moving parts that we need to test.
It's
as well.
still ranking with
Yeah.
more than 2 players,
Of
so we
course.
still have new stuff.
I was
but,
trying to give you
yeah.
some leeway.
Yeah.
You're right. It's
There are still some risks.
Confidence. That's how we call it.
This is another often discussed one. Is there something, Damien, that can be done to the way matchmaking in Dominion works? This is Deus Asteris on the Reddit. I played 10 games of Dominion as a solo queue yesterday, and half of those games had opposition teams with 3 to 4 players playing together in a group. So he's saying he's often going up against groups when he's solo
When he
and
plays
vice
alone.
versa.
Yeah.
So do you have thoughts?
The teams should be prioritized. So when you're in a group, you should play against other group. That's how it's supposed to work. It's something we need. I will look back into it with the team if it's not working properly. Then you have also to take into account that the skill matter more than the group. So if those were the only players available with your range of skill, etc., those will be the ones picked. We're doing some background updates on the matchmaking. We're not telling everything, but we did some updates last week. It wasn't, so we did some changes in how the parameters were relaxing the different times, etc. We tried to optimize the matchmaking as well until we fix the bug we discussed about on the next patch, which is sometimes you have the very high reputation level players facing newcomers. So that's because of a relaxation bug that we're fixing on next season. But in the meantime, we're also trying to optimize the matchmaking. So we do some tests, we do some changes in the background. We don't always speak about it because we don't want players to change their behavior. We want to see if it really works or not. Changes are not drastic. So based on the things we've done, the impact is not drastic. So there is nothing to share about that yet. But just for players to know that we're still working a lot on matchmaking and trying to improve the different things we can improve.
Very cool. I've got another one I will take from Dark Sea Silum. Will there be a big balance patch until Season 4 or any improvements on the netcode stability? We do not have any patches planned between now and Season 4 because that's just a couple weeks. It's a very short time before Season 4 starts.
Yeah.
So no, there will be no more patches between now and then. But there will be a big ass patch that comes with Season 4.
Yeah.
As
Season 4 patch is pretty massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard the patch notes are.
And hopefully, like Season 3, it will improve as well stability.
Season 4,
because we have some stuff in it too. Yeah.
Cool.
I am not less happy today, Maddie. People are concerned, Damien. You're less
People are
happy
concerned
today.
Damien is not happy.
I'm not Luigi anymore, so I'm sad. No, it's just that I'm a bit sick.
Me too.
Yeah,
Everyone's
so
getting sick in the office.
I have a sinusite. I don't know how you said that in English.
You have what?
But a sinusite.
Sinus infection?
Sinusite. Yeah, something like that. And so I can't hear anything from the left ear.
Oh my god!
It's like blocked.
Completely?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like so yeah, I have that, and I'm running a marathon on Sunday, so I'm super happy.
You gotta stop this marathon nonsense.
Yeah. But that's
Maybe it'll shake
will
something
stop
loose.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my life.
I'm sick
Despite
too.
PowerPoints, I have other stuff happening in my life.
Hey, see, the real world comes into play.
I am very happy. I think the Halloween, the Feast of the Otherworld event goes really well.
We're happy with how
that's
that's
great
going.
feedback. People are coming back, they're playing it, so we're super happy.
And Xanath earlier in the Q&A, I meant to get to this one, asked, why did you remove some color patterns from the customization? Looks like the ones you've got from Prismatic Galaxy Mythic Outfit. As far as I know, that one is a bug. I saw that come up right when we, I don't know if it was the last patch or if it was the Halloween. Anyway, recently I saw that come up in the bugs being reported on Reddit, so I think that's just a bug. I don't have a better answer for you, but that's that.
Cool.
And
anything else, Maddie?
I think we already answered that one from Flukerson that you have up there, so I believe that's everything.
You can fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, indeed, Fractal Revive, we are still working on the dedicated servers.
Oh yeah.
They are coming. We will
yeah.
have more updates for you over the next few weeks. So, okay, that was a good Q&A. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Roman actually got to participate this time. It wasn't all you.
Yeah.
It was mostly you. It was mostly him. Sorry.
But
maybe he'll be sick next week and it can be all you.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I will be dead after the marathon. So it's,
Actually, I'm pouring some stuff in his green drink that he always have at lunch, and it starts to work. So I'm pretty happy.
Did you get a new dog?
Yes.
Yes.
You got a new dog after Paris, huh?
He has a dog. It's so
That's
cute.
cool.
It's not a dog; it's a wolf.
A wolf?
Yeah.
That's fitting, actually. Of course,
It's a white wolf.
Wow. All right. Thanks, guys. Do you want to stick around for the community corner?
Yes, I'd love to. And Roman as well.
That was the least genuine. I will because I have to. Thank you, Roman.
Then we're gonna eat.
All right, let's go to the community corner. Thank you, Max. Hit it.
We do. Feast of the Otherworld content.
We do. So
in the community
what I
corner.
wanted to say was, so the list that we have today is about half of the ones I actually wanted to show. We had so many good videos this week. You guys need to start making your videos shorter because we can't always show your videos if they're like 4 minutes long. So like I had to choose between 2 really great zero crack videos just because they're both like 4 minutes long. Make your videos shorter and I can show more of them. But yes, we have a lot of good Halloween videos and then non-Halloween ones because they're just good.
And do GIFs.
Do GIF. GIFs. Okay, let's get into it. This is from Havoc. A lot of these are familiar names too. We're really starting to see these guys creating lots and lots of frequent, awesome content. So from Havoc, this is the For Honor Raw. Well done, Havoc. Yes,
really
people
nice.
seem to be happy they got their Raws back. And the audio guys are constantly watching your feedback for other clips that you want changed. So keep it coming. They like to read the Reddit for whatever reason. Coming up next from Hell Euphoria, another frequent submitter. This is Against the Odds number 23. This is how many that he's done. And we actually almost had 2 of these on the show too. This is 3 versus 1 Slick Highlander. Good use of the pulled under emote at the end. I actually meant to show your other one, Hell Euphoria, the 4v1 that you did. So my bad. Sorry, maybe next week. I'm sure you'll do like 3 more between now and then. Okay, from Flukerson, who we just mentioned, who's in the chat. Flukerson the Optimist. I like optimists. This is Count Concula.
What is a man?
Be careful not to die by Flukerson. He will put you in a meme video, just letting you know.
I baited Flukerson so bad.
Well done, Flukerson, and well done, Ice
Very
Guys.
nice.
Yeah.
I like that you have a reputation. If they see you in game, they know not to suck because they'll end up on video. Next one is from another familiar name, Setback. Probably the #1 fan of the Faction War. I don't know if you've seen this, Bio. I think you did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you saw it. This is Livestream breaking news.
Okay, here we go. So first thing I do, I normally like to be completely naked for this part, so I'll just go into... We interrupt your standard cringe-inducing broadcast to bring you breaking news. While the Knights may have claimed victory this season, the ever-exciting Faction War has another story for us. The current boundary between the Knight and Samurai faction is under devastating assault from a relentless storm. Faction War News is live on the scene with moderately attractive reporter Shadell Wicker. Shadell, can you hear me? Yes, Ron, I can barely hear you. No need to yell, Shadell. So what's the damage like there? Have any Faction War banners been destroyed? Oh, thankfully, only a few war banners have been knocked over, and with how easy they are to redeploy, officials do not foresee any massive impact to the current round of Faction War. Well, that's great to hear, as the current round is very, very important. And you're right, it is incredibly easy to deploy your war assets with the help of the Faction War banner, isn't it? Very easy, yes, very easy. The people who don't deploy their war assets after every match really have no excuse, do they? No, not really. They're just terrible people. Yes, they literally sicken me. They're actually subhuman garbage, Ron. Just the worst. Speaking of the worst, members of the Knight faction are worried that this storm could draw some attention away from their long-awaited victory. Any insight into this concern? While the storm may have done some minor damage to these assets in this area of the Faction War map, we have not seen anything of actual value come to harm. But people certainly have cause for concern, Ron. Well, hopefully no further damage is done. Thanks so much, Shadell, and you stay safe out there. Don't tell me what to do. If anything further develops, we'll be sure to keep you folks updated. Also, don't forget to tune in later tonight for part 3 of our 14-part series, A Rigged Faction War? Finally putting the rumors to rest. And now we return you to your regularly scheduled broadcast. Ugh. A goddamn Faction War. Yeah, you know it's rigged. It's so rigged. So rigged. And those bastards, those French-Canadian bastards in Montreal, they better send me that invite after this is over. Pain in my ass. Well, I'm gonna go drink heavily. You guys have fun, okay? Great show, great show. Good job, everyone. Good job. Professional work, professional work. All right, does anyone have my pants?
Wow. Wow. That's what we call in business good content. Well done, Setback. Thank you. Now we have a very, very, very short one. It's a GIF. Although I guess it's technically a video. It's technically a video,
It
says
has
Max. So
sound.
I guess, yes, this is called The Lawbringer Evolves. Yes. But use
Now
the
he
masks.
needs to do that with the hole at the
Yeah.
beginning.
Or do it with every character now.
Thank you.
This is from Element on YouTube. This is a very cool use of our game engine. For honor, we want war. Let's check it.
We do have a beautiful game.
Yes, we certainly do.
It's a great video.
Do we know? Do we know about the Xbox One X? Is that happening? Comes out soon. Are we going to be on there?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
What's that?
I don't know. We're on the
I
PS4
know, but
Pro.
I don't know what I can tell you.
But if we did it, I think it would be really great looking.
I think it would be kind of a cool thing to do.
And
you know what's not
really-
cool?
Really nice.
You know what's not cool?
Nice looking.
Fighting in our chat. Don't fight in our chat.
Not nice.
That's dumb. Go fight somewhere else. Get out of here. Okay, we got our last clip. This is from our man, Zero Crack. My favorite Irishman, Zero Crack. And this is a long one. Longer than any of the other ones we've shown, be warned. But I wanted to show it because it's awesome. It's like a little mini movie, in fact. And it's about my favorite character, Daubeny. So this is the origin of Dark Daubeny. Let's check it out.
Daubeny!
Die now and leave this world. You'll never belong here.
Oh, but this world invited me. Your own kind called me forth with praise and tribute.
Tribute? You're a thief. You steal men's souls. Their freedom.
Freedom is always sacrificed to faith, good hunter. Or are you truly here by choice?
All I'm here for is you. To hell with your heresy. You're nothing but a blight on mankind.
Mankind, obsessed with hatred and lies. Fight for them and die for their sins.
Defend the walls!
Daubeny! It doesn't have to be like this!
Keep them off the walls!
These warriors don't have to die.
That's not a trial. That's an execution.
We're finished here. Daubeny! Daubeny! Show yourself! Show yourself! Show yourself! Show yourself! victory!
So you wanna be hardcore with your hat to the back, talking about the gaps in your raps, but I can't feel that hardcore appeal that you're screaming. Maybe I'm dreaming.
I like the dark the Benny.
Right?
Yeah.
It does an amazing amount
I don't.
of work.
I know. I want to know how
It's-
much he and the last guy Element, how much time those
knowing
guys
how much
spent
work
on
it
this.
takes, yeah, it's
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Well done,
Good job, man.
everybody. As I mentioned, I wanted to show twice as many clips, but they were all kind of that long. So, just really cool content this week, as always, everybody. And if you want to submit yours, feel free to send me a message on Reddit. I try to check them out as soon as I can. And that's it for the community corner this week. So, as I mentioned, next week as we get into the season 4 stuff.
Oh yeah.
Everybody who came here for season 4 stuff, come back next week. And I also wanted to mention there's a tournament that's going on right now on battlefy.com/for-honor-console. For Honor Console. These guys are doing specifically console tournaments, and I think this is their very first one. They're doing a 2v2 PS4 tournament. It starts on the 29th, day after my birthday. Saturday's my birthday. FYI, I'll be expecting gifts. There's actually, for this tournament, there's yes, I'll also accept gifs. For this tournament, there's a $250 prize, actually.
Ooh.
So go check it out. It's battlefy.com/for-honor-console. And now, if you've been waiting, we will begin the raffle. 10 winners, we're going to get the werewolf Howl at the Moon emote. And because we can't actually give you the emote, we're going to give you 10,000 steel to get the emote. So I'm not going to check whether you spend it on that.
Then if you loot everything, you can get the mask and the emotes for that
wow,
price.
okay, pro move. So yes, begin the raffle now, Fred, and 10 of you lucky folks will be getting that. Thank you to everybody who joined. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Come back next week for the beginning of our season 4 hype train, as I call it.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next week.